Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I'm getting my faith planner all set up for gratitude documented. All right, so I am all ready to get my faith planner set up. This is the planner that I've been using to keep notes for Illustrated Faith studies since August. It has worked out really great, and I had a whole video about how decorating in advance really allowed me to focus in on the study once I was ready to dig in, and that's what I want to do for this one as well. It's been just a great process for me. So I'm going to stick with it. Why, redo things. If it's working for you, here is the month of October. I'm going to get it set up for November. That's the plan. We are doing gratitude documented this month. I think I'm going to work through gratitude documented possibly in a couple different ways. We'll kind of see how it goes. But these stickers I was obsessed with, and they are absolutely perfect for my faith planner. So I'm going to use those for sure. A lot of the other supplies as well. We're going to get this all set up, ready to go. And I thought I would bring you guys along. So as always, I will link the things that I use down in the description box below. All of these goodies are from Illustrated Faith. Let's do it. Okay, I sped this up a lot. This whole process took about an hour and a half, I'd say, getting everything prepped and decorated in advance. It is a lot of time to commit to one project, but like I said before, when I'm able to decorate in advance and just have my faith planner, specifically this one, ready to go so that when I sit down in the morning, I can just focus on the study. What I've been doing is taking a lesson a week and really focusing in on that and taking notes each day. That will be a little bit different with gratitude documented. Now, I do have a video on my channel unboxing the whole brand new kit from Illustrated Faith that has to do with gratitude documented. This is a project that they have done for years. I'm thinking 6 years, somewhere in there. And it's about 30 days of being thankful. And of course, there are other projects like Thankful 30, things like that. But this is specifically relating that gratitude to your faith. And so what Illustrated Faith has done over the years is provide a verse of the day and then usually some sort of subject matter that reflects on that verse. And so it's about connecting your gratitude back to God, sometimes for very tangible things in your life, sometimes for feelings and for emotions and for just the amazing blessings that we are able to experience. So I love this project. I'm guessing that what I'm going to do is what I plan to do is write out the scripture every day and then reflect on it in here. I'm hoping to also do a faith dex project, which would be like a memory dex, which is harkening back to old school Rolodex. So it would be creating a small card for every day, and that will be just another way to reinforce some of these lessons. So that's my plan, but I definitely want this as part of my morning quiet time, which is why I want to keep it in my faith planner. I have two faith planners. I have a large size faith planner and then this classic size faith planner that I use every single day. And so I want to make sure that I'm referring back to these on a regular basis because I know this is what I already have incorporated into my quiet time. I decorated the first page using the note that Sweet Shauna sent to me as part of the creative team. She writes us lovely little notes each month, and I always try to save those in the front just as a reminder of how blessed I am to be a part of this amazing team. Now, normally on the monthly pages, I write out the subject matter for each particular week. That's going to be different this month. I'm starting out with these little pumpkins. This is actually washi tape that has the most adorable little series of pumpkins. I'm going to put all of those pumpkins here in the corner. And then you might have already guessed that's going to be where I date each day. So I'm putting the pumpkins down first. Then I'm going to grab Mojo Jojo's dated basics sticker book, and she has some clear number stickers in there that I can then put over the top of the pumpkins, and that is going to be the dating for the month of November. I'm super excited with how stinking adorable this came out. It was It's so cute. I kind of wish there were more pumpkins in this series of adorable pumpkins. It's 4 of them, as you can see, in a row. But it's still, no matter how many there are, it's still super, super cute. All right, so what am I going to do on the days of the month for this particular month for gratitude documented? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is actually write out the verse on each day, at least the verse reference. And then I'm either going to write what I'm thankful for or write the category. I haven't decided yet, so I didn't fill it in quite yet, but what I am going to do, go ahead and write out all of the verses that are being referenced all month. You can see we have this card that we can add them in, and then I can add to each box as the month goes on. As much as I love decorating in advance, there's some things you still have to give yourself some wiggle room on because you don't quite know how you're going to want to work through the study completely. So I'm going to go ahead and put all the scripture references in here and then pop this page back into my planner and go ahead and take a little time to decorate the layouts for the rest of the pages. So pop that in and then let's start right here. So the first thing I need to do is go ahead and number 1 through 30 for the entire month. Once that is done, once I have it numbered, I'm actually using a Kellofaplan Faith Planner. I started using this, like I said, in August, and it's been a great place to keep my illustrated faith notes for every devotional study that I've been doing. And then I just come back and decorate. Now, each day has a focus, and they give us that reference, not just with the scripture, but with the actual focus. They give us that reference on that card that was included in the kit. And then these cutie stickers have like little images that have those titles on them. And so I'm super excited that they're sized so well for a planner. I'm going to pull them off right here. We're going to put them all in the lower left-hand corner of each box for the entire month. And that's just going to give me like a jumping off point for each day that I can go and reference as I start to kind of go through these verses and go through the different themes throughout the month. Like I said, I am just gonna get these all set and then go back and decorate the different spreads. The decorating part, super fun. I just play with the different supplies. Sometimes I play with stamping. Sometimes I play with washi tape. It's just about having fun. It's not necessarily going around certain themes, except that I always use supplies from the actual kit. Now, this planner works a little bit different than how I would work in a typical planner because this is my faith planner, and because more specifically it's my illustrated faith planner. I make sure to only start a study on the first of the month. So that means when I have months that don't start on a Monday, I end up with kind of extra days on that week, which is how I'm able to use some of the larger elements like these big journaling cards, things like that. I can make a bigger cluster here on the page because I just need it starting on Wednesday. I don't plan to take notes on Monday and Tuesday. That's where I will be finishing up a study from the previous month. So I like to take advantage of those times because, of course, when you're working in a faith planner, you start to run out of room. I want as much space as possible to take notes, to write verses, to write prayers, whatever the case may be. And so I like to keep those spaces really open. So I tend to focus all of my decorating top left, bottom right, just so that I know that I have enough room to take as many notes as possible. But if I know I'm not going to use those days, then it's like, I just go for it. I can just go all out on those decorating. And I love the combination of the black and white with the kind of vintage look. That washi tape I'm using, I've been loving lately. It is from the Stationery Pal. So cute. It's like a craft paper washi tape with a little light grid on it. I absolutely love it. I've been using it on like all of the things recently. This is the stamp set that came with the kit. I loved these florals, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and stamp it on some extra book paper that I have, and then I'm also going to stamp it on the bags here. There were 2 different bags that came this month. There was this one that came with the kit, and then there was a mushroom bag that I think is absolutely adorable. It actually came out last month, but I'm going to use it because the colors definitely still go. We're going to just cut apart the mushroom bag, use that, and then I'm going to cut out these stamped images. It's one of my favorite ways to use stamping is to actually just create my own ephemera pieces. Again, another way to really extend your stamps. We're actually talking about stamping the whole month of November over on Patreon. It's going to be such a fun month because there's so many things you can do with stamps. They're just one of the most versatile tools in your creative space, in your craft space, and no matter what kind of crafting you do, stamps can really go a long way. So I'm super excited to spend a whole month on Stamping 101 and some fun things coming up in November over on Patreon. All right, so once I have those stamped out, then obviously I'm cutting them out and again, just creating my own ephemera. I keep things relatively simple. Obviously, I'm just focusing my decor up there. I think I can like fit in just a little bit more. I'm using Tombow adhesive to get everything stuck down. You have to be careful on the book paper. It's a little bit thinner, so I don't want to rip it. We're going to fill in these areas up here and then again, bringing that down to the bottom left. I thought it would look good with just a little mustard there right at the end. Plus I needed a group of 5 because I always like to group things in odd numbers. So that looks good. Let's add a little bit of that down here. Super easy, super simple. I just don't overthink it. I just have fun playing with the different supplies that they send in the kit. And there's just so many great options. I love the idea of using washi tape to create backgrounds, and that's what I'm going to do on this particular page. Here's the green washi that was released this month, super cute. And I'm just going to put it a little bit on the diagonal and create my own fun background that I could use. You know, this could be easily be scrapbook paper, but in this case it's fun washi. You can grab any washi from your stash that happens to go along with the kit and just pretend that you're creating your own paper, your own pattern. I could have done, you know, a zigzag pattern. You can do all kinds of things with washi. So make sure to not limit yourself to just using it to stick things down or around the borders. You know, create your own patterns, have fun on the page. And again, it's taking up that area that I wasn't going to use most likely anyway. We're just going to add a little washi down here. I don't want to go too far with this particular washi because again, I want to be able to write on that day, but let's trim it off here at the angle. Yes, it ends up wasting a little bit of the washi, but there's a ton on the roll, so I'm not super worried about it. I love these butterflies. Give me a butterfly any day. We're going to do a little overlap right here. That's another trick I like to do because decorating down the spine of the page is a great opportunity to add a little decor without taking up writing room. So we're going to overlap here. That just means that once these are in place, I have a little trouble positioning it. Let's just make sure it's not covering up anything it doesn't need to be. Once these are in place, then I just cut the 2 pages apart and repunch those holes using the We Are Memory Keepers disc punch, and then I can get it all into place. So let's add the word cherish right over here. Pretty cute, pretty simple, just cutting it apart, and then we can just go on to the last couple of pages. For this particular page, I'm going to bring in a little bit more of that craft washi tape because it's so cute. A few more of the ephemera pieces, and that's going to be it. I am all set up for Gratitude Documented in my Faith Planner. Like I said, I'm hoping to work outside the Faith Planner as well. So we'll see how that part of the project comes together, and I'll certainly keep you updated on that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. As always, I will link all of the supplies that I use down in the description box below. Be sure to check those out. All of these goodies came from Illustrated Faith. They have both a physical side of their shop with all of these physical products, and then they have a digital side where you can download pieces just like this and print them off at home. So be sure to check out both sides. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. Thank you all so much for all of your support. Tons of fun stuff happening in Patreon in the month of November. You're not going to want to miss out. So make sure to check out the link down in the description box below. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.